Hello everyone. Today we're doing another Open the Thing like always. I bet you're surprised. And today, it's another Magic the Gathering Conspiracy Take the Crown Booster Draft Pack. Whatever, it's a 3-pack. It's meant for multiplayer, for 8-player drafts. If someone was to buy 8 of these, it would be $100 plus tax. No thank you. It's $12.50 at my local Walmart, which rarely carries stuff like this, so I was just like, one time I'll buy it. Okay. I've never done this type of thing. Okay. So we're starting that. I'm not even going to try to fit it all in one video, by the way. So, be prepared for a part 2. Oh look, a Monarch token. Just to let you know who's the Monarch. Stormkirk Patrol. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Jeering Homunculus. When it enters the battlefield, you may goad target creature until next turn. That creature attacks each combat. Well, until your next turn. That creature attacks each combat if able, and attacks a player other than you if able. Kiln Fiend. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, the Kiln Fiend gets +3 attack until end of turn. As an additional cost to cast Altar's Reap, sacrifice a creature, draw 2 cards. These cards feel kind of thin, but I don't know if it's just me or not. Orchid and Elemental. Council's Dilemma. When Orchid Elemental enters the battlefield, starting with you, each player votes for Sprout or Harvest. Put 2 +1/+1 counters on Orchid Elemental for each Sprout vote. You gain 3 life for each Harvest vote. Throne Warden. At the beginning of your end step, if you're the Monarch, put a +1/+1 counter on Throne Warden. See, the only thing that bothers me about these is that, like, this ability is useless unless if you're literally playing Conspiracy. Which I think is a bad move on Magic's part. Well, Wizards. Because if you're not playing Conspiracy, that card is useless. Well, not completely, I mean, it's a 2/2. But, let's see, how much does it cost? 2. Okay, well, you could still use it, just you wouldn't be able to use its ability. Fade into Antiquity. Exile target artifact or enchantment. See, I mean, like, ones like this are useful no matter what. But the ones that have specific abilities to Conspiracy, not so much. Prey Upon. Target creature you control fights target creature you don't control. See, I don't really know anything about Conspiracy. I just like the idea of it. But I don't like that it has abilities that only apply to Conspiracy. But it makes sense, don't get me wrong. But it is a block to new players joining that type of play due to the price. Because, I mean, the $13 doesn't guarantee you a deck. I mean, you might get enough cards that you would use to make a deck, but you could get even numbers of each color, somehow, magically, and then what you stuck with. You either get a 3+ color deck, which you may not like, because some people prefer mono or 2 colors. Anyway, Thorn of the Black Rose. Death Touch. When Thorn of the Black Rose enters the battlefield, you become the monarch. I like that one. Garbage Fire. Reveal Garbage Fire as you draft it, so already useless. And note how many cards you've drafted this draft round, including Garbage Fire. Garbage Fire deals damage to target creature equal to the highest number you noted for cards named Garbage Fire. So this card's useless, since I'm not actually drafting. But, you know, it's interesting. Rogue's Passage. Tap, add. Is it generic or colorless? I forgot what the symbol meant already. To your mana pool. Pay 4 and tap. Target creature can't be blocked this turn. Overrun. Creatures you control get +3/+3 and gain trample until end of turn. See, you know some of these cards are good, but the ones that say, like, the Garbage Fire, the only way I'd be able to use that is to buy the $100 worth of cards, get people together and play, and we draft out of the already opened ones. Keepsake Gorgon. Death Touch, and pay 2 swamps and 5, monstrosity 1. When Keepsake Gorgon becomes monstrous, destroy target non-Gorgon creature in opponent controls. Next one's Hamletback Goliath. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield, you may put X +1/+1 counters on Hamlet Goliath, where X is that creature's power. Kinda like that one. Natural Unity. Hidden Agenda. Start the game with this conspiracy face down in the command zone and secretly name a card. You may turn this conspiracy face up any time and reveal the chosen name. Creatures you control with the chosen name have, at the beginning of combat on your turn, you may pay Forest. If you do, put a +1/+1 counter on that creature. So I wonder if, like, I was playing at home, if we could make a little rule where you could still do that. I don't see why not, except for minus the command zone. Because that would be nice. Ooh, shiny. Anyway. Color of Gales. Swamp and 1 and tap. Target creature gains flying until end of turn. Crown Hunter Hireling. When Crown Hunter Hireling enters the battlefield, you become the monarch. Crown Hunter Hireling can't attack unless defending player is the monarch. Garrulous Sycophant. At the beginning of your end step, if you're the monarch, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Illusionary Informant. Draft Illusionary Informant face up. During the draft, you may turn Illusionary Informant face down. If you do, look at the next card drafted by a player of your choice. It has flying. Like, this ain't useless. I mean, part of its ability is, but, I mean, outside of Conspiracy. But it has flying. It only costs 2. Zealous Strike. Target creature gets +2/+2 and gains first strike until end of turn. So, like, I like cards like this because even though they're conspiracy, they're easily used in any deck. And that's the type of thing you should look for in cards. So, I mean, while this is great, if you don't have people that play conspiracy, it doesn't matter. Menagerie Liberator, Trample, and melee. Whenever this creature attacks, it gets +1/+1 until end of turn for each opponent you attacked with a creature this combat. Which, yeah, that's geared more towards conspiracy, but you can use it for not conspiracy. So what's not good about that? You know what I mean? Of course, people will argue me and say, conspiracy, this is the best thing that has ever happened to Magic. And it might be. I don't know for sure. So, I think I'm going to continue this next video. Thank you for watching.